I didn't plan on starting the video vlog. This is Ishiaki. Wagyu Ishiaki. Yeah, it looks pretty good too. It was good enough that we started our video vlog now. So say hi to Boca Road, everyone.
Hey!
But this is nice. I actually worked Coco's at the Crown Hotel. And the only reason we're here, why don't you walk with me? Here's the only reason we're here. Funny story. Sorrel, we're just doing a video blog for Poker Road.
Hello.
The reason we're here is because Sorrel texted me to meet him at Coco's. And I didn't think anyone knew I was in Australia. I just came today and went to the golf course and then went to the hotel. But I owe Sorrel 21 points from our last Chinese poker session, so I thought he was dogging me for the money. It ends up, he didn't mean to text me. It was this very, he was actually meaning to text. But we came down anyway.
Well, here we are in the lobby of the Crown Hotel, and I want to do kind of a funny video blog about how to speak Australian, as they say on the Foster's beer commercials. By the way, those commercials, in the States we know about them, the Australians haven't heard of those commercials because obviously they know how to speak Australian. So one of the words or phrases I wanted to find is sightseeing for poker players. In Australia they have the Great Barrier Reef, the Gold Coast, the island of Tasmania. What else, Johnny? What other interesting sights they have here? Johnny's Alex. What?
You mentioned the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
The penguins?
Yeah. What else? You were from Australia?
No, I just wanted to say hello. I just read your book.
Oh, okay.
Ace on the River.
Right, it was okay.
I enjoyed it.
Thanks a lot. Anyway, I'm doing a video blog for Poker Road here.
Okay.
So instead of going sightseeing out in Australia, apparently beautiful country, what poker players do for sightseeing is they look at things inside of the nice hotels. So we're going to walk around, here we're in the lobby, they have the Australian Open going on. There's a nice fountain over here. We have waterfalls, I've seen the waterfalls at Niagara Falls, but in here, I'm a poker player, so we're going to see the waterfalls in the Crown Hotel. Nice hotel, look at how tall it is. Nice music. Stars in the sky? Well, not really. There's lights in the sky. I thought it was more like, doesn't sometimes come down like a waterfall? I thought that it's usually more violent than this. Maybe it's like the Bellagio fountains that it coordinates with the music, and if the music gets loud, it'll be like, well. And then look at the nice stairway. What does the stairway lead to?
The mahogany room.
Oh, we don't want to talk about the mahogany room. That's the very high gambling room. I played there a few years ago with my buddy Phil, who urged me to come out on this trip. I played in the mahogany room in the days when my buddy Phil I had more money than he did. And I still remember that the last time I was here, I had, I don't know, a couple $100,000 on the table, and I was probably betting about $5,000. And Phil came and took all of my money, except for my bet. And he said, you won't need it. They've got really good baccarat limits here. And went over. And then later he had two good things to tell me about it. One was, although he lost, he got up about $300,000 or $400,000 first, so it was actually, he had a chance to win a lot of money. That was one piece of good news. And the other piece of good news was, although he lost a couple $100,000, that the Australian dollar wasn't worth as much as the American dollar, so we were going to get a big rebate if he looked at it that way. I guess he was an optimist. Anyway, we won't go up to the mahogany room. They're real strict there, even though I'd played there before, and from their records, I might have even lost money. I can't remember. The entry fee for the mahogany room, they said, was $10,000. That, you know, they just don't let anyone through the door. Like in Vegas, usually, I think you can walk in any high limit area in Las Vegas. They may stop you if you look disheveled. But in this mahogany room, I had to show them $10,000 I was ready to bet, which I didn't have on me. They did have some record that I had been there before, and I was hesitant to say, I got a friend who I know gambles here every year, real big. I just want to make sure I could get in on my own, and eventually I was able to get in on my own name. Every entrance to about anything has 2 guards, and they're the guards at the gate of the casino. They usually just stop young kids, it seems. Does it seem that way to you? I know they don't stop me. It's not like they know who I am. The old people got to go through, the young people get stopped. They have backpacks. They have to show ID. Although I think you only have to be 18 to get in the casino here. And I noticed most of the people they were stopping looked like they were like 23 to 25. Today's Australia Day. Now they told me that's kind of like the 4th of July, but I don't think it has anything to do with independence. The way it looked on TV, they were celebrating citizenship. Right, we saw a big ceremony because they don't have enough people here. They want a bigger workforce, so they're just happy that people traveled all the way down here and wherever we are and join their country. It's almost like a team thing here. They want everyone on the team.
Yeah, explain, Johnny, what's Australian Day?
Australian Days is pretty much to celebrate their culture. Yeah, you know, how, yeah, culture and all the nationality and stuff.
The Da Vinci exhibit with the robots and drawings. We've seen that drawing. We got a replica on our wall. And we got the guy's brain and the eyeballs over here. Anatomy to robots. Okay, Da Vinci's drawings brought to life. Interactive machine. Experience the Last Supper. Now here's the thing. I've got a very good imagination. Now they told me what to do and what's in here. Do we really have to go in here and see this stuff? Of course not. We're poker players. I think the outside of the building is enough to get an idea of what's inside. If you don't have a good enough imagination, then there's something wrong with you. So now we can go back to the hotel and play some poker online. And I didn't even see it coming. See those fireworks? It's Australia Day. Hey, look, I think they're shooting off the top of that building, too. Much better. I just found out why we haven't heard from Phil all day. He came in second in the high roller. He got knocked out the first day of the main event. After begging me to come here with him, he took off in the middle of the night, and he's probably right now still on a plane, or maybe he's landed in LA, and that's why he hasn't texted me all day, and left us stranded here. But I guess we couldn't have expected him to sweat me in.